and we are going to be doing some cool stuff today. Today we're going to be flushing a cowhide. I don't have it out here yet, but I'll fix it too. I'm going to clean up just a little bit. Clean. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be busting out a cowhide on the flushing beam today. I want to try it out. Most of the time I use my flushing wheel, but I really need to get a new case for it. I mean, a new screen for it. Sorry, I'm taking off the case of my phone so it doesn't overheat as easily. But anyhow, y'all, we're fixing to get started on this. I have put it in a pickle bath just to allow it to thaw out safely, and it helps to deter flies. Okay, don't have anybody on here yet, but we'll gotta get some. What's up? What's up? Here we go. We're fixing to get after it. What's up, you guys? Yo, I'm about to get some music out here. Y'all hang tight for just a second. I'm about to get some music going. What's up, you guys? I appreciate y'all being on here. I like to start the live. I've just started. I'm like 4 minutes in, but I like to start the live just before I get everything set out. That way I can kind of get some people in here as I'm getting started. I'm fixing to turn on some music. So I'm just going to hook up my Bluetooth speaker. On our way. Just a second, you guys. Getting everything set up. I just figured out turn it on real quick. Come your hide boy, Deca. Your dirty hide boy. I tell you what, I like that. Little Smokey, looks like you making a battering ram to bust in a castle. Yeah, no, this is just my flushing beam right here. Let me see something here. Let me turn this Bluetooth off on this device. And And we will get into my laptop here. This cowhide is going to take a little while, so I'm going to need some music. And then we will get after it. Yeah, I kind of hope that, I hope my speaker is going to be loud enough. Sometimes it just has a little mind of its own. But we'll see. I'm going to get started right here in a minute, guys. Oh, crap. Not connected to the internet. Always, let me see here. Crap. Let me see here. Alright guys, hold on just a second everybody. Okay guys, thanks for hanging out for just a second while I get this going. Alright, so today though, we're going to be flushing the cowhide. And we're going to do it with the flushing knife. I've never flushed a cowhide with a flushing knife, which is this thing. I've always used my flushing machine. So we're going to try it out right here. Guys, I don't know about y'all, but I like me some Lincoln Park while I'm working on hides. I'm stuck on Lincoln Park right now, so that's what I'm going to turn on. If I can get this thing to load real quick, hoping that it will. I think while that's doing that, we're going to get on it. So I've got my apron. So alright, watching this. Really wanting some music. I normally, especially when I do YouTube lives, I don't get to listen to music, but I was thinking, well, I could just put the laptop up to the speaker here. Not wanting to load for it. It's kind of wanting to load. Let's see. Man, come on. Oh, it's taking it off. Okay. No music. Bullshit. Anyway, it's just gonna be me, y'all. Alright. So get this blade a little sharp right here. Working on this blade real quick. So I'm just checking for burrs on the outside of the blade's edge. Making sure that it ain't folded over. That will keep it from being sharp. Feeling pretty sharp. Alright. What's up, brother? What's up, Cannon James? How you doing? Good to see you on here. We about to pull this cowhide. It's been chilling in the freezer. It's totally thawed out, but fixing to bust it out. Now, this cowhide has a big slit in it. When they butchered it, they kind of butchered the hide, but fortunately, I know how to sew, so Cannon, good man. How about you? That's good. I'm doing good. It's a little hot here, but I got a fan on me, so we'll try to knock out this cowhide today. There it is. It's not a very big cowhide, so right here is the neck. That's where we're going to start. I'm going to start on the neck of this thing. Well, hopefully I didn't just jack up my blade all the crap. I'm going touch that up, drop my freaking flushing knife. Alright, so we pretty much get started anywhere. So I'm just going to take my sharp side. Cowhide is pretty much a pretty thick skin. This particular cowhide is not. For cowhide anyway, it's not thick. We're just going to make some easy swipes and try our best to not cut a hole in this thing. And I actually put this cowhide in the pickle bath overnight thawed, so it's technically preserved slightly right now, just overnight. But as you can see, it's pretty white on the inside of here. So the pickle bath helps that. It draws out a lot of the blood and stuff. You'll notice I don't have a bunch of flies all around this thing, and that's just simply because it's been preserved. Slightly about the pickle bath. And so what we're going to do, we have a lot of hide here to work, but we're only going to be able to work a small section at a time, so a lot of patience is necessary. So I've got several hours that are now dedicated to this hide, and I can just consistently make these swipes. Take off just a little bit at a time. So this is going to be a fairly long process indeed. So that's pretty much, we're just going to do that over and over. And you can see we have the outline of the flushing board here. Essentially, that's just what we're going to repeat over and over. Taking the membrane off. This cow here doesn't have a lot of fat on it. Primarily, this is just membrane covering this entire hide. Guys, if you're new to my live stream and you're watching right now, I do these several times a week. On this particular subject, I'll throw in different parts of the process, the overall tanning process. Tina, hi man, it's been a while since I've watched it live from you. Well, Tina, I'm glad you're back. Glad you're here. Busting out a cowhide. Now, we did a lot of otters the other day, last week, and now we have moved on to bigger things like this cowhide here. So I'm just going to continue to work this edge of this cowhide. We're just going to focus on the shape of this flushing beam. It takes a lot of concentration to not put a hole in here. I've got this flushing knife pretty sharp right here. It's just slicing away. tip of this flushing beam is rounded, so I kind of have to work on a rounded area in the front, and then I come up, and then it just has a slight radius that allows me to work a little bit more efficiently than a flat piece of wood. So I'm just making slices. Fairly easy to do, like with the right technique, with the right angle of the blade. You can do a pretty clean job. This is clean. This is all the way to the skin. Fishing with Flames. 10 likes from Flames. That's what's up. I appreciate you fishing with Flames. I've been watching your videos. I see you coming up, man. We got like 1,400 subscribers now. That's what's up. What's that saying? Cullen, welcome back. I'm doing good, man. How are you? Working on a cowhide today. Hey guys, go check out Fishing with Flames, man. That dude is, he got some stuff figured out. I'm making my way there, but I got like 1,043 subs, all love. That's what's up, brother. Man, I think I've got 843 right now. So it's a cool journey, isn't it? I especially love the live streams because you get to interact with people. Like it's on a much more personal level. I like making how-to videos, but man, I can get direct questions. Appreciate you, Fishing with Flames. Yeah, I like the direct questions, and I can give direct answers right here. I appreciate you. I'm trying to. These live streams are they're very effective, but in a lot of ways, much more ways than gaining subscribers. It's like I say, it's very direct. What breed of cow is that? I have no idea. So I work at a slaughterhouse, and farmers, they bring their cattle, and they just tell me if they want it. Yeah, live is where it's at for the subs. I believe so. But yeah, the farmers, they bring me the cattle, and they bring the company I work for the cattle. And I'll kind of wiggle my way in there, ask if they want the hide tan, and if they do, that's extra work for me. So, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I haven't made a video in a while on YouTube. I make some short videos, but as I come across something new on painted hides, I'll make a video. Like I've got some African hides back here in Africa, like a zebra and sable and some other stuff I've never heard of before. That's pretty unique for me. Definitely going to make a video on that. You should have a ton of watch hours. I think right now I've got like 1,063 watch hours. So I'm but I've been doing YouTube for about 4 months now, and here this last month and a half, I think I found kind of how what's working for me right now, and it's these live videos and live streams, and I'm enjoying that. And since I started doing live streams, more people have been coming on. It's been really love to see the zebra. So right now, the guy brought it to me because, here, let me get it and I'll show you. So this right here is the zebra. So So this has already gone to a tannery. It's got the tag on it. It's got everything that it is. And so they tanned it, but there's still fat on here. And you can see it's hard as a rock. That's cool, Colin. Thanks, Fish for Flames. But my job here, this guy is going to have this thing mounted. It's a cake. And my job is to bring it back to life and remove some of this fat and stuff on it. So, pretty cool that an actual tannery got a hold of this and a guy's brought it to me to fix it. That's going to be good for me to do and to be able to say. You can see that there's still fat. The yellowing, that's what that is. Can't have that. So that's going to be really cool just for my business and you know, get my name out there. Super excited about that. Cool thing with this fleshing knife is like I have some thick stuff here, you can easily just slice right through it and thin it down. No problem. One downside to the fleshing beam here is that I'm able to do the most amount of work effectively just right here on this point, which only provides me a small surface area to work. So I'm only able to get done with just a little bit at a time. But it's okay. I get to, helps me to focus more on a smaller area. Make sure it's where I want it instead of looking at just a large area that I might overlook something. So I was just trying to focus on a much larger area. Okay. Overall, I mean, see, we've done about that much. So this right here, we're done. And we gotta fix stuff like that. So that's what we do it. Colin, quick question. Why are you using the sharper side of your knife instead of the duller side that you use on the otters? So on the otters, I use the sharp side. When I finished pickling the hides and brought them in here, I used the dull side because I was just trying to scrape off any membrane that might just be hanging on. So I don't really need the sharp side to do that on the otters after they've been pickled. But on this one, it's a cowhide, a lot stronger and tougher than an otter. So it's not just going to scrape off. Going to definitely have to slice this stuff off. It's very tough. It's a big animal. So I'm going to need to use the slicing action on this one. So yeah, that dull side and the sharp side is on the same tool for different parts of the overall process. And so, you know, it's like a little multi-tool in the fleshing world. You use it for different things. And so once I hit it with the sharp side, I can go back over it and scrape it with the dull side just to pull off anything that's barely hanging on. And that's essentially what I was doing with the otters, because initially I fleshed them with the sharp side, but after I pickled them, I scraped them with the dull side, just to pull stuff off and to make sure that there wasn't no tags hanging. Cool deal. Yeah, I try to explain stuff to where hopefully it will make sense. I'm always learning different techniques and different reasons for this or that. And see, there's going to be spots on here that I can just use the dull side. If it doesn't have a lot of heavy membrane, I can determine in my head whether or not, I can just flip this over, knock that out, and then get to a spot where I need to slice and just kind of, go back and forth with that. So like right here, I'm at a spot that I know I can just scrape it real good. And this Weeby Pro knife is like the best dull side I've ever seen on a fleshing knife, because it has an edge, it looks like a blade, but it doesn't have a sharp edge to it. But it's a lot more labor intensive to do it this way. But slicing is just, really cleans it up. So we're getting an area done for just starting. I always like to check, make sure that my fleshing board isn't pulling any hair off, because if it was, then that would mean that, hair slipping, and probably just need to throw it back into the pickle bath. But right now we're looking pretty good here. Vegans watch this are crying right now. They are, and I believe I've had some on, whether they were vegan or liberal, I don't freaking know, but it's a lot of fun when they comment. I don't try to be rude, but I'm just bluntly realistic on how I feel about what I'm doing and their opinion. And definitely not gonna, I try not to have too much fun with it, although that can be challenging. But I'm just sitting here, man. What's up, Scott? How you doing? Byler. Bro, you got like the same last name as me, except you got 2 L's. The hide kind of looks like a brown Swiss cattle. It might be. I really don't have a single clue what kind of cow this is. Gotta have plenty of water out here. My whole goal, guys, like we're fleshing it right now, but like we're gonna salt it for 24 hours. We're gonna throw it in the pickle bath, but it's gonna stay in the pickle bath for 48 hours, and then it's gonna come out. I'm gonna drain it of excess pickle, and then I'm gonna go over and finish the leather side, smooth it out, get any leftover membrane that's on it, and possibly thin out a few spots if I feel like it needs it. So getting this as smooth as possible right now is my goal. I find it to be a lot easier to do it when it's in this raw state like this. So I'm really just going to go over it and take my time There will be some things I miss, not much, and that's kind of the overall goal of the flushing part right here. I want to do a very thorough job, so I don't have to come back and revisit all this stuff so much. Because once it is in the pickling stage, I'm like ready to get this thing knocked out and get it done. I don't want to come back in here and spend forever on it. So, and we get better salt penetration, we get better pickle penetration if all the membrane's off. That goes for any hide that you're doing. Any hide. Flush it a good time. The leather side turns out much better if you flush it really, really well, and then put it in the pickle bath and bring it out after 2 days and smooth it all out. Hit it with a grinder, hit it, scrape it, just simply scrape it and open it up. It just does something amazing to it, and you just have a way better finish on the hide when you're done. That's just kind of something I just stumbled upon, y'all. Just a little trick. You'll see it if you research hides or anything. To take the hide out, shave it down, thin it down. Doesn't really matter how you do it. You just got to at least open it up again. So like right here, I'll hit it with the dull side. It doesn't really want me to scrape it, so I'll just, because I'm on the loose end of the hide here. Or it doesn't really want me to slice it, because every time I try, it tries to pull it down. Pull it down over the edge here. So we're making some headway here. Our ancestors are meat, which got us to this point. I wonder if vegans are watching. I don't know. They might be. Sometimes they come on here. People think what I'm doing is cruel and a disgrace. I should be ashamed of myself. And it's a lot of fun. When they do that, it's so much fun. So, yeah, if there's a vegan on here that does not agree with what I'm doing, I challenge you to make your point. Let us debate the topic. But if not, I'm glad all y'all are on here. I'm glad everybody's watching. I'm not trying to, I definitely don't want any confrontation, but when it comes at me, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, I literally cannot help myself. I mean, I'm in this. I'm doing this. I'm set up for it. I'm all about it. So I will absolutely defend it, because I'm not just doing it because I'm a piece of crap. I mean, there's a reason. But just know I have a lot of things to say, so be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. But I will say it has been a long time since anyone has tried to say anything against what I'm doing. So. Most of the time I just say what I have to say. Let them say one or two things back, say something, and then just put them in timeout and make them watch, or they can just keep scrolling along or whatever. Put them in timeout. Ain't gonna let no vegan get the last word on this live stream. Sorry. You shall not pass. Vegan kryptonite. That's right. Yeah. They won't get no kryptonite here. Ain't gonna get no kryptonite here on this live stream, boy. They ain't gonna get it. Yeah, I'm from Arkansas, man. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter where you're from. If you take part of what I'm doing here, then you'll defend it, but definitely ain't got no time for that bull crap. That's sissy bull crap. I just ain't got time for it. How you gonna have canine teeth and not eat meat? I don't get it. And I tell you, like, I do eat a lot of meat, like deer meat and stuff. I don't like eating cow's meat, like beef. I mean, I will, but I don't. I'm definitely not about to go buy none. Somebody's making burgers or something like that, yeah. But I'm over it, man. I'm butchered. Like, I've had enough. I've had enough beef. I'm all good on it. I'd rather eat some deer meat any day of the week. Eat some fish, crappie, catfish. Some people are going to hate it, but I eat bass too. I will eat the crap out of some bass. Want to go bass fishing? Don't take me. Alright, so we've gone from here all the way down here now. And some of over here on this side. And now I think I'm going to focus on this top half of this hide. I did a little bit over here earlier today just to kind of test this out, so I guess I'll eat it. I just have a little sliver separating my work here, so we'll move along with it. Do you prefer grass-fed beef or grain-fed beef? I really don't prefer either one of them. I mean, grain-fed, yeah, a lot more marble. That's nice. Grass-fed, a lot leaner. Definitely medium rare or rare if I'm going to eat grass-fed. I mean, same with grain-fed beef, but I'm not really a big beef fanatic. I mean, I don't care honestly if it's grass-fed or not. I mean, if I get a grain-fed beef, I'm real particular. I don't want a crap ton of fat in there, but a little bit definitely. But I mainly, man, I mean, I'd rather eat a beaver over a cow any day of the week. That's a fact, yeah. What about you, Colin? What's your favorite cut of beef? Or what's any of y'all's favorite cut of beef? We can talk cows. I mean, I'm as far as the butcher side of it, I'm kind of an expert to a degree. And especially if you're not from America, you could definitely teach me a new cut. New York strip, yeah, it's a good cut. I definitely, if I was going to eat a New York strip, I'd want a grain-fed beef, 100%. Yeah. New Yorks, in my experience, do not turn out the best on the grass-fed beef that I've come across. Now, there might be a different top of cow that produces a good New York on a grass-fed beef. I just have not seen it here in my area. Because to me, grass-fed beef, when you're looking at the whole entire carcass, it just looks sick. Even though even though they're natural, you know, they just don't look very healthy, and that's just for the lack of fat. Especially because I'm used to seeing a lot of grain-fed beef, so yeah, when I look at a grass-fed beef, I'm like, dang, how is that thing alive? What it got here? So I don't know what that means, but we only raise grass-fed beef at the farm I work at. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, you know. Overall, it's a preference, and, you know, everybody's got their own preference for whatever reason, and I don't really have much of a say either or on it, but, I mean, like I say, I'm not going to go buy any beef. You work at a farm, do y'all get, do y'all ever have a cowhide stand whenever you slaughter the animal? Or I know a lot of farmers don't, just for the lack of a tannery nearby. It kind of gets a little pricey to ship a cowhide, but what kind of cows do y'all raise? Oak Ridge, it's a cowhide right here. I normally flush them on my flushing machine, but I'm kind of liking this, man. I'm kind of digging the flushing knife. It take, you know, it's a little slow, but I mean, minimal effort. I mean, golly, I can just sit here and just glide this knife. And I'm thinking, I guess I'll just do it like this. I mean, my favorite cut is probably the flank steak. Oh yeah, old flanky flank. Flank steak. Make some good fajitas out of the old flank steak with a bobette up there, coat on the flank flap. If you know, you might already know this, but the bobette is located right next to the flank, but it's just an extension of the inside skirt. So the inside skirt is actually connected to the bobette, which runs right alongside of the flank. Super tender looking too. I know those grain-fed beef, they get a lot of fat content everywhere, but you know the flank is a lean cut, so is the bobette at the time. But boy, on a good grain-fed beef. Am I all caught up now? After this cowhide, the way it looks, I'm all caught up. I mean, I still got to mess with those, what do you call it, African hides. I'm just waiting on a phone call. It's calling his taxidermist to see how his taxidermist prefers with the beef. And, which I think it's going to be, you know, they've already been tanned. I think I'm just going to have to rehydrate them, let them dry just a little bit, and throw them in a bag. Because I mean, that's how I mounted that deer back there. It was still wet when I put it on the mannequin. So, yeah, we'll see though. I mean, whatever he tells me. But, yeah, Oak Ridge, I tell you. In Oak Ridge, I know I priced a deer cake for you, and that was out of sheer ignorance. I'm not sure what it actually cost or how to price a deer cake. I know I'd said $90. I mean, honestly, what do you think about that? I'm not trying to switch it up on you or nothing like that. I'm just trying to, you know, give me a chance to see, you know, what I'm really doing. I mean, as far as the price goes, I mean, because there's a lot of things I'm still not sure on, like what the price my work at. And especially, like, do you want wet tans to come back to you? Because that makes it a lot easier. But if you don't, and you want me to tumble them and do all that, you rehydrate them whenever you get them back, totally do that too, you know. Whatever your preference is. Look at this, we've done a chunk of hide here. See, yeah, on the kill floor, they cut some holes in it, and unfortunately this hide here has very short hair. And so I'm going to do, for wet tan, 90 is good, soft tan costs more. Okay, I'm down with that, 100%. Okay, yeah, because I started, you know, just thinking about like I have a price sheet that I've totally typed out and everything like that, and for just soft tanning these hides, and I'm fixing to revise it, especially after talking to you a little bit the other day. A lot of folks telling me I need to go up on my prices. My only thing is I look at other tanneries online at their price sheet and kind of compare them and find a good middle ground for me. And you know, they're big tanneries and they have the equipment and the people to pump them out. And so I feel like that's why their prices are that low. But for me, you know, it's just me, and I'm just doing this myself. So the work is like a lot harder to do, especially when I have a lot going on. It's easy to get overwhelmed. Colin, I'm trying to start tanning the cowhides. We have red Angus cattle, black Angus, white part Angus, red Polish cattle. Man, you got some pretty cows in, huh? Yeah, definitely get on it. Now I'll tell you, the only way that I have been able to soften these cowhides that I have is to my preferred tanning methods, which I have a whole series on my YouTube channel on how to tan a cowhide. If you follow all that, it'll be easy to soften by hand. Or if you're able to get a hold of a pretty good sized fur tumbler, that right there will definitely do it. But my tanning methods will make it easier to soften by hand, but it also helps to make that fur tumbler highly effective. So whatever you have available, but definitely having a very solid tanning method is what's going to ultimately help you. I don't know if you've been tanning for a long time. I'm talking to you like you haven't. I learned a lot of customers like to support small businesses. You might be right on that. So I have I've told some people, you know, I have people asking me all the time about this, and it's summertime. You know, there's people with so many furs in their freezers, you know, and they want them tanned, but they don't want to send them off or whatever. I don't know, but yeah. Now I've been just trying to make my name as well. So starting off with low prices, it kind of piques their interest a little bit and makes them, you know, it's a good deal, see what it's all about. My name's gotten out there pretty good in Arkansas. What's up, two brothers? Welcome back. Name's gotten out pretty good here in Arkansas. Definitely haven't reached everywhere, but I've pushed this out. I know a lot of people know about it now. And people come from all over. Super exciting. It's the coolest thing I've ever done. I'm telling you right now. And I just can't, I'm so happy to be a part of this. I just, to be doing this. So, super cool. But, yeah, I think you're right, Oak Ridge. The key is fast turnaround time and good work, which you have both. Thank you very much for acknowledging that. Yeah, I mean, it definitely isn't going to take, you know, most people can get their hides back. At the most, you know, it might take me 2 months, just depending on when what all I have. And but sometimes it just takes 2 weeks. But most of the time I end up waiting on the customers to come around and pay and to come pick up. Because I don't know if they expect it to take forever. I try to tell them it's not going to take. It could take a month, it could take 2 months, it could take 3 months. Just depends on what's going on. Got a guy supposed to be coming from Tennessee. I'm not sure if he flaked out on me or not, but he's got 4 cowhides, and I told him it's going to take me about 4 months to do all of that. You're welcome, Two Brothers. Glad you're here. Yeah, Two Brothers. Yep. Cowhide, very small cowhide. We're just kind of working the middle to the edge right now. We're going to go around this whole thing doing that. I've got those 8 otters hanging up out there, drying, the fur drying, 2 coons, the fur's drying. Do you take half down and half when they pick up? So I haven't been, but I am now. I'm about to start a 50% non-refundable deposit, and yeah, that's going to be the way it's going to have to be. And you are good with that flushing knife. I appreciate it. I'm going to tell you, I have minimal experience with it. Very minimal experience. I mean, I've made some leather. Check this out. First time on a live stream I've had this on me. But this leather was made by me from it's about 3-year-old wallet that I made. And so that's the inside. This is bark tan leather from an unborn calf. So they slaughtered the calf. She was pregnant. They didn't know it. And fully developed calf, probably fixed to be born. And it ended up dying. And they were going to throw it away. And I took it home and skinned it. So that's homemade leather right there. Check that out. Super pliable, good, sturdy wallet. That's how you have to do it, yeah. Thanks, Oak Ridge. Yeah, I've made 2 wallets and fixed up somebody's wallet once, but I wanted to get into leather work and just make leather before I started tanning hides for customers. And I know how to make leather. I've made leather out of sheep skin and cow. I'm going to be making a little series, or maybe just a whole video on YouTube of how to turn a deer hide hair off bark tan leather. Thanks, Colin. I like that reaction. It's good. So all y'all watching, I mean, it's not like I've been tanning hides like I am right now for years and years. I mean, over this past year I've learned so much. No, I have not sold the bison hide. It's actually rolled up. You made the bison stretcher this morning. That's what's up, Drake. Progress, man. That's a ticket to a big hide and things like that. Being totally prepped up, ready to roll. So when that thing comes in, man, you're basically ready. You're obviously going to run into some issues that you weren't expecting, but at least you'll have all your stuff there. So, man, that's awesome, Drake. We're going to get you a bison. Matter of fact, I talked to a guy here that raises bison, and prep work is key. Oh yeah, you'll be running around with like a chicken with your head cut off. You're getting super frustrated, awful. But there's a guy here in Arkansas that raises bison. Actually, that bison hide I've had came from his farm, and he is bringing 2 bulls in this winter. So Normally I attack it, but I'm using strings this time. Yep, I would too, because you're going to need that airflow on both sides of that hide in order to dry. Yeah, and to drain it. The hair is going to hold so much water. Yeah, you're definitely going to need to string it up super tight and elevate it. Oh yeah. That way it can drain, because you're going to want to wash that thing, man. You're going to want to wash it. I would suggest flushing it and salting it, and then don't string it up. I mean, me personally, I would flush it on a beam or something, lay it out, salt it, and throw it in a pickle bath. And I degrease it before I put it in the pickle bath, 100%. And I'd pickle it for like as long as you can stand it, and then stretch it up. Put it on your stretcher. Tan it that way. Keep it out of direct sunlight. One thing you can do if you're brain tanning it, put it all on there, and then lay out some plastic over it so that the brains don't dry up super quick, and it will help absorb it to the hide a lot better. Put some trash bags out, whatever. So many different things you can do. So many different. I'm just throwing out some things that I've done. I found one moose cape, but I'm still looking for another one. Man, I wouldn't even know. Well, I live in Arkansas. I wouldn't even know how to do it. That's so exciting. I would have been fine with a cow, but I was hoping for a bull. Looks like you're busy this afternoon. I've never pickled, so I may need you to come help me out if I do that. Absolutely. And something that big, you're going to want to pickle it, no doubt. Skin that tough, you're going to need all the help you can get. Pickling is just one of the processes of breaking the hide. You're essentially breaking down non-structured protein. And so structured protein is that, like, the fibers of the hide. And on a bison, they're tough as nails, those fibers are. And you're going to visibly see the fibers. They're so prominent in that skin. So you're going to need to get rid of everything in between those fibers. That way your tannins, or your brain tan, your oils will have room to get into those fibers. If there are things in the way that are dried up, well, then that brain is going to have a hard time soaking up into those fibers. So pickling is just an awesome part of dissolving all that stuff, and the salt's going to cure the skin, and it's going to draw out all that dissolved, unstructured protein. So you do that, man. Yeah, I'll help you pickle it. I'll come over and help you pickle that hide. Matter of fact, we'll do a live video. We'll come over there and do a whole live video, man. And you can be in it if you want to. We'll freaking do it, bro. How does that sound, man? Pretty cool. Gets a little tricky right here on this thin part. It wants to wrinkle up a bit. I think we might be able to scrape it. So I really appreciate that. That's awesome. I'd love to do that for real. I'd give you a few buckskins for your efforts. Oh man. Deal. Now with that. Alright, Colin. Glad to see you on here again, man. I hope you have a good time. I say time, I'm not sure what time of day it is for you. I guess it's daytime. I don't know. I'm not sure what part of the hide this is. This might be the arm right here. It's super easy to get lost on these. Yeah, guys, I'm kind of pushing through today. I had some issues yesterday, tunnel vision, and it's kind of doing a little fainting. So I'm just not sure what happened there. Hoping I can do all this in one go. Afternoon time for you, huh? What is it? It's about 12:30 here right now. 12:30 p.m. Yeah, I'm feeling a little spent today. I'm a little on the wore out side. Yeah, I found a buck today hit on the road. The chemicals we use can cause that, maybe so. But I was a little jacked up, man. A bunch of anxiety started coming on me. I started feeling like real closed in. I don't know, it's crazy. But I was actually at the butcher shop, man. I just been cutting meat, but I'm around this stuff, no doubt. But yeah, the rest of the day yesterday I was just spent. I'm still a little weird feeling today, but I've had heart failure 2 different times, kidney failure and all that crap. And so I'm on like 5 different heart medications that I take daily. And sometimes, I can't help but to wonder if it's something related to that. Not 100% sure. But you gotta take care of yourself the best you can. Yeah, crazy stuff. First time flushing a cowhide with a flushing knife, and I have to say, not too bad. Not too bad. Will I do it again? Absolutely. Well, don't let me speak too soon. I haven't finished yet. By the end of it, I might be like, that sucked. I don't know. Go back to the flushing wheel. We'll see. I mean, knocking out some stuff, no holes. Pretty thorough job, so I'm down to do it this way. A lot easier on the hands and the shoulders, so that's pretty nice. sometimes the flushing wheel frustrates the absolute crap out of me. On these bigger hides, it does take a while. I honestly I need a new blade right now. My blade on my flushing machine, shaving machine, whatever you want to call it, is pretty worn out. Need to get a new blade. That's one reason why I'm resorting to this today, to the flushing knife. Hey Oak Ridge, I tell you what, if you'll go on my YouTube channel and look into my main description on my channel, not the description of this video, but the description of my YouTube, you will find my email. And reach out to me on it and we will get started on whatever you send me. On. You are way better than me on that knife. Man, I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from a taxidermist, for sure. Yeah, man, if you'll hit me up with my email, let's get going. I'm down. I'm ready. I was a little overwhelmed there for a while, but just trying to push out everything I had. That we're golden now. I forgot, you told me to look up on your website your phone number and give you a call. Whichever comes first. We'll get a hold of each other pretty soon. Bed frame is dull, but it grabs well. If I ever need extra leverage, I wrap the other side. I close it, have two handles like you draw. Yeah, I used to do that, man. I used to use a cleaver because it doesn't have a pointy edge. I just kind of grab the side of it and just kind of work it. I will say, probably going to want something sharp, man. It's going to be really difficult. It may not even be possible to scrape off everything off a bison, especially a bull bison. Bull bison are out of this world. I wish I could get you a heifer because they're the skin's a lot thinner, a lot easier to work with. Bulls are tough. Man, they're tough. I mean, the skin on a bull around the neck is no doubt. I mean, here's a water bottle, every bit of that thick right there. Alright, they're tough. I'm not saying it can't be done. I use an old Alaskan seal knife. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely a knife is going to be what you need for something like that. Because even on an old thin, small cow here, I'm having to scrape this thing. I'm having to slice this thing. Because I can sit here and try to scrape it, and nothing's really happening, like at all. So I have to slice it. And a bull bison is going to be 100 times tougher than this right here. Not trying to discourage you, I'm just being real with you about it. Now for deer and stuff, you can definitely scrape the crap out of it, get it done. like here, I've just, I can see that I have a sliver of muscle right here. And all I do is just kind of open it up, and then now I can scrape it. I'd rather a full bow. I've got to find, well, it's just a bit too sharp, and I beat myself up. I didn't get holes in it. Well, the cool thing about Bison hides, if you do nick a hole in it, you're definitely not going to see it from the other side because of how woolly they are. Maybe power washing could be better, yeah, I'd say so. You're doing a super awesome job, by the way. That's very nice. Thank you very much for trying. I just love, man, the you take your time on these, put a lot of work into them, a lot of compassion goes into these, and when I say compassion, I mean there's another word that I mean, a lot of something, a lot of passion. Yeah, there we go. I almost had it. Goes into these, and if I do a good job, take my time on every step, do the best that I can with what I have. I mean, like the best that I know how to do. Then the look on the customer's faces, man, it's like, you can tell that they didn't expect that, and I love that. I love that. They didn't expect that. In this old neighborhood, they're dropping these hides off in. That's what I'm talking about. That fuels me, motivates me, man. It's part of super cool, man. Very rewarding. And sometimes, you got people that are going to nitpick the crap out of it because it's not that professional quality, in some certain aspects. As far as the visual aspect of it all goes, it's not, the flesh side isn't, no, it's not as pretty looking, but, and I'll show you an example. So you got this cowhide right here, super soft, face soft, bend it up, do whatever, right? Turn the nose totally inside out for the lack of cartilage. Ears been split, all this has been done to it, but like the inside of the face, now the inside of the face, I will say on this one doesn't look terrible at all. I think that's pretty solid in there. You got this lip. A lot of people just tuck that lip in. Typically, that's what I'll do. Just tuck that lip in. But overall, super soft. You got the arms in here. And now I do plan on oiling this hide one more time, throwing it into the tumbler. But this is what you got on the inside. Like that, a little stringy, not too bad. That's the old coyote right there. Definitely going to oil it one more time. Throw it back into the tumbler. But look at that. I mean, it's not crinkly sounding, just soft. And like you want to have it go back out, do that. Appreciate it, Trey. Appreciate you, Drake. Hey, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you, do you smoke your hides so they can be washed? It won't turn into raw hides. So that's only necessary on like brain tan and egg tan hides. So these here, I wouldn't advise getting them wet, although if you do, it's not going to turn them into rawhide again, just because these hides have been broken so hard the fibers are demolished in there, and they've been pickled and they've been tanned with synthetic chemicals. So the rawhide aspect of this hide is now gone. So this will never turn back into rawhide ever again. Like no matter what. You can soak it, pull it out, and now as it dries, it may warp certain areas of the skin, but it's not going to turn stiff as a board like buckskin would. So, yeah, that's kind of the cool thing about it. It costs a little money to get it like that, but you know, totally do it. So I'm just going to show this as an example. I didn't know that. Cool deal. So this is skunk hide right here. The only thing that's been done to this skunk hide is that was flesh salted, pickled for 3 days, tanned with submersible tan, neutralized, degreased, deodorized. Haven't broke it, haven't oiled it. That's just it. I haven't even worked the skin, period. Right? Just hung it up to dry because I'm gonna work on it later. But just even with just that, I mean, it's still soft. I mean, it's gonna get a lot softer. But the oiling, you know, that's just with my tanning methods. That's not breaking the hide. That's not doing any of the things that you're supposed to do. But it's only going to get softer. So this hide here is just one example of just how effective these tanning methods are. I mean, the face is still soft on it. It's not hard as a rock. And that's just because of just thorough fleshing everywhere. So this hide will get softer. But yeah, we're definitely not done. But the pickle allows that to be possible as well. So it's kind of cool to see that, you know. Yeah, there's some things you can do to really come up with some awesome stuff, you know. Breaking a hide don't have to be hard if you do all the things, man. It'll just come out soft. I mean, a lot softer than it would if you didn't do all these things. So I see a lot of that missing on YouTube videos, and it's just really hard to find anything. But I've still got a lot to learn. But I've spent many hours researching, trial and error. And so I think it's just kind of cool, you know. There's some great stuff on YouTube. Do not get me wrong. I mean, I learned like a crap ton of what I know off of YouTube. And Google forums, like where people, you know, conversate about this stuff. Not just kind of I'm passionate about this stuff. So to me, that's very cool. Awesome, man. So am I, dude. Somehow it's like deeply rooted in me to love this, and I have all of my life, and it looks like I always will. So, and I know I'm not the only one, right? So, yeah, it's a fun thing to continue learning, no matter what. Okay, flipping and flopping. Yeah, my biggest thing is like on back hides like this, I like it to be super smooth when I'm done. Nothing, no tags hanging off of it, just super smooth. And it will get that way. It won't get that way after today. But later on down the line, there are different methods I use to make that happen. Thank you, Drake. I really appreciate that. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Taylor, what's up? Favorite person. Welcome back. We're flushing a cowhide today, Taylor. I think I'm fixing to go grab these otter hides. I don't want them to dry too much. They were totally wet today. I just took them out of the pan. And at some point we're going to stop and thanks, Taylor. We're going to stop and oil up all these hides because it'll be time. And then I'll finish this thing up. But I imagine this cowhide, it's gonna take a while. And oh man, y'all, I gotta go get my charger. Hold on. See here. Let's see what we got going on where I count. We've got to get a charger on it. 'Cause I was using my phone, so you can imagine this just drains the freaking crap out of it. Now I'm gonna go grab these otter hides real quick like. That's still freaking wet as all get out. So I'll continue to let them hang. Taylor, I got an elk this year. I'll send it to you. Man, totally do it. So for an elk, I'll charge $400 to soft tan an elk. And if that sounds good to you, you can find my email in my main YouTube channel in my description. I do require a 50% non-refundable deposit, like right up front, but you will be able to watch it get worked on right here. So that's kind of a cool thing. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, reach out to me through my email. I wouldn't just say it right here, but you know, there's a chance that there'd be a misunderstanding on the punctuation or something like that. I guess I'll just start putting it in my live stream. That's pretty cool, man. What size elk was it? Where'd you kill it at? Got you, yeah, sick, dude. Awesome, man. See right here, I can just peel back the membrane, get quite a bit moved out of the way. Oh, if you get one, yeah, totally, man. Totally, I'll be right here doing my thing, man. Get a hold of me, we'll get it knocked out. Get it knocked out for you. So here's a big old hole that occurred at the slaughterhouse, but luckily I know how to sew. make this cowhide look good again. It's got a lot of holes in it. The only thing that sucks about it is a really short-haired cowhide. So have to work a little bit of magic on that one. Heck yeah, this is awesome. This is working out pretty good. Trying to get after it now. Work our way. We'll have to turn this, somehow work around this hole right here. It's gonna be tricky. Probably gonna have to one-hand it. See how that turns out. Not very well. Now, let's see here. Great. Come on, do like a bump. like a bump fire trigger. I appreciate it, man. That's awesome. Alright, so this hole being right here is kind of tricky. What I'll do is just kind of get some of the bigger stuff off for now. Later on down the line, I have a way of getting that off. But that's not going to, not really a lot here. There's a lot of fat right here, a big chunk of meat or something, that'd be one thing. We have a very thin membrane right here, so we'll be able to address that. Not going to be any issues right here. So keep on trucking. Moving across some hide, that's for sure. Appreciate you, Drake. Not happy with the sharpness of the blade right here. Well, that's pretty sharp. That's my first little tiny hole, but okay, I got it pretty sharp. Be alright, it won't be there forever. Oh crap, that's sharp as all get out. What have I done? That might be too sharp, y'all. That's pretty freaking sharp. Boy, that's sharp. Have to be careful. One thing about having them too sharp, every time I sharpen it, I try to just give it a little test run. I'm in a real thin area right now, so that definitely explains it a little bit too. That's super thin right there. Yeah, it might be a little too sharp. Don't want it too sharp. What's up, Colin? Welcome back. I just got this old fleshing knife here a little too sharp. I had to dull it down a little bit. Yeah, we're still just hacking away. The old slicing away on the old cowhide. And sometimes this heat out here gets to me. It gets me a little sick. It's trying to right now. I'm trying to fight it. I really want to get this cowhide done today. Cool thing about this Weeby Pro fleshing knife is on the dull side. Like I say, this is the dull side. You can see how it angles down, but it doesn't have a sharp edge to it. But you can scrape it or give it a dull slice, and it will cut. I mean, it can put a hole in your hide if you're not watching what you're doing. But so man, this is like the multi-tool of hide fleshing knives. It's the best one I've ever had. I haven't had one in a long time, but I'm sure glad. Need a few shop fans. I got one. It's blowing right on me. Kind of had what I think to be a little blood pressure episode yesterday, and it's kind of got me feeling a little bit off today. So I'm just trying to take my time. I'm in no crazy hurry. We're just making it happen. Yeah, we have we're gonna test this hide for sure. Get some stuff off. So I found something cool today. I was driving down the road and I seen an 8-point buck in velvet hit by a car. I guess it'd been there for a few days, but the skull was gone. It was jacked up, crushed, but the horns were in decent shape. And so I cut them off with a handsaw and I just threw them in a pickle bath to preserve the skin on the horns. I thought that was pretty neat. Something I come across. So you start getting in here on these cowhides, like along the middle of the back, really thick membrane on there. So like, yeah, be careful, man. Make sure you drink plenty of water. It's coming along real well, I'd say. Nice. It's fine. Definitely a win.
my book. Hey, appreciate it, man. Yeah, I might. I'm gonna kind of go a little bit longer. I can tell the way I'm feeling. I'm probably not gonna sit here and finish this entire thing. I'll just fold it back up, put it in the deep freezer for just a little bit, go cool off, and then do another live. I mean, I'm not done right now, but the cool thing is this thing's been pickled. Ain't no flies really wanting it. Most of the time flies are just swarming my stuff, but today they're not because it's been in the pickle. So it's not anything that they're attracted to anymore. I mean, they'll come check it out, but they're not, you know, I didn't do that to the otter hides, but I will on these big hides because it's going to take so long for me to flesh them that I don't want the hair slipping. But when I pickle the hide, the hair is, that hair will set. So now, you know, I can take all the time I want, you know, just about, and get this thing fleshed. Yeah, something happened yesterday with me, and I'm not really too sure what it was, but it's definitely got me feeling it today. So I'm just definitely trying not to get too hot, and do too much. Probably take me, I mean, honestly, I may not even finish this hide today. I don't know. I'm going to try to. I need to. But sometimes you just can't, you know, I guess. It's going to be a nice cowhide right here, mainly because it's so thin. The thinner that any hide is, the softer it's going to be. So I just have a lot of membrane right here and it's starting to dry. The heat and high blood pressure will sure wear you out quickly. I'm pretty sure I have low blood pressure. That's all. That's, you know, I take medication to raise my blood pressure because I had heart failure in my left ventricle. It was like 20-25% the second time it came around, and so I think I get low blood pressure, and like, you know, they said I looked pale yesterday, so I don't know. Well, my friend told me I did. I mean, it didn't surprise me because I was feeling like that. Alright, so right here I can scrape this hide because I've just got just a thin layer of membrane right here, which is odd for a cowhide, but being able to identify it and utilize the right side of the tool is what you want to be able to do. Like here I can see it's thicker. I already know I'm going to need to do the slicing action. That's a great fleshing knife, man. This is great. It's just doing such a good job. I'm super proud. It almost gives it a finished look to it. We'll definitely have to go back over it with the grinder. I like to use the grinder just to touch it up with the 36 grit flat bit. It's real coarse, and does a good job. Fun fact, like I actually got heart failure from working on a bull bison hide. And I was making leather too. But I had a cut in my hand, and I should have been wearing gloves. But you know, especially if you don't pickle a hide, like it's breaking down, like there's bacteria breaking that hide down. And you know, it's flesh-eating bacteria, and essentially that's what got into my bloodstream and just wreaked havoc on the inside of me. And put me into septic shock, all that crap. But when you're doing this, make sure that you are freaking staying clean. And if you got any open sores, like cover them up, put some gloves over it, something like that. Don't let none of this crap get in you. Yeah, I had to learn the hard way. This stuff ain't no joke. It'll freaking get you. I don't have any open sores on me. Best believe I'd be wearing some gloves or something. And I keep the hide super clean now. Like, you know, I pickle them now and I do all the things like that. So I'm all about keeping the hides clean. Super important. Not only for your hides, but you know, for your well-being as well. There's more of that story, but we won't go into all that. Ain't no need to. I mean, this already feels like leather. I appreciate you guys watching. Cool things, like I'm doing all this at home. Like everything I do, it's just backyard tanning to the freaking extreme, I feel like. But yeah, that's what this is. I ain't no factory, I ain't no shop or business or whatever. It's home. I go in there in my bed right now, take a nap if I wanted to, you know. Right there. It's cool. Super fortunate. I feel like incredibly grateful to be able to do this, you know. Just a little bit of how I feel about the whole thing. Getting to do a lot more scraping than I thought I was going to be able to do. I figured this whole thing would be slicing. When I come up to a new spot on the fleshing beam, I like to slice it no matter what, just to kind of open up any membrane May or may not be able to use the scraping the dull side for. That way I have an open edge and it can actually push it off like that. Hold on a second. Okay. Heard that horn. I thought it might be for me. But it wasn't. Yeah, I'd definitely rather scrape a hive than slice it the whole way through. It's a lot faster. I can cover a lot more. Seems that way. Alright, let's get back in the middle of this thing. Touch up some of this here. See where at on this hive. Really 100% sure what part of it I'm on, but oh well, I guess it's all got to be done, so let's keep on going. Sometimes I just, whoa. Oh, I got some quick reflexes, y'all. Snatch that freaking tripod up. Alright. Snatch that bad boy up. We got a long way to go, I know that. see, all I'm doing is I'm taking that dull side. It ain't got that sharp edge on there, but it does have like it does come up to a duller point, or duller edge, I guess. I'm just taking it, just kind of slicing, but scraping. And like this real thin membrane is coming off pretty nice. And what I like to do is take my sharp edge, cut me a runway right here. That way I can just, it's all separated right there. And so whenever I come down here and do that, it'll go all the way down through that runway. Working our way across this hide. Now there's going to be parts of this hide that we can't use the dull side on. Like I believe once we get up and around the neck real good, we're going to have to slice that off. I just asked my boss for hide off the next cowhide process. Heck yeah! Get her done. It's fun, man. It's fun. It's a lot of work, but I mean, you know, it'll last forever. So, depending on how you tan it, it'll last forever. What I want to do is just kind of spread this cowhide out. I just want to see where are we. So I mentioned this, like the slaughterhouse, they can cut a lot of holes in this thing. So it's going to, they actually have a huge hole in it, so I'll have to sew it up. Not a very big cowhide. I'm pretty happy about it. So we have basically gone over, we're not quite halfway done. It sure feels like we've done more than what we've done, I'll tell you that. Almost halfway done. So once I come across right here and do this little piece, I'll be be halfway done. We're getting there. I mean, we've done a pretty good job of what we've done so far, but unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to go in and cool off a little bit, and then I'll come back out here and do another string. I'm just getting a little hot for me, so I'm gonna have to put it up for right now, y'all. So I'm just gonna fold it up with all the edges on the inside. Just throw it in this cooler. Freezer. And that'll be that for now. So guys, definitely take care of yourselves. I'm gonna go in there and rest for a little bit, cool off. It's middle of the day, it's hot time of the day, so I'm gonna chill out. I'm just gonna whittle at that hide as time goes on. I'll get it done. But and I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all for the support, and we're gonna see y'all next time, alright? Hope to catch you on the next one. If my phone's gonna let me even end it. Well,